You are now tuned in
to Respect the DJ's podcast.
Welcome to Respect the DJ podcast. I'm your host, DJ Junebug, alongside DJ Khaled.
Let's go.
Today's guests, when I say guests, it's plural. Yes, we have two brothers that came in the scene, smashing the cities in the late 90s. These two came in the scene like Batman and Robin. Mixtapes, the mixtapes intros were bananas.
Insane.
I mean, like Rob back in the day was with Black Rob would say, whoa.
Whoa.
That's how they were. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? Let's give a round of applause for the only ones, the two brothers that came to the scenes like Batman and Robin, like I said before, Maestro and DJ Chaos.
Let's go.
Make a clap to this.
Thank you, DJs.
Let's go.
Did I forget the AKAs? The AKAs Panik Production, the AKA Panic Attack, the AKA Panic Vision.
Yep.
These motherfuckers had three of them on lock.
3 AKAs.
Exactly.
That's what's up.
When you
That's
see
dope.
one, you see the other.
Always.
Always.
That's dope. So we appreciate y'all coming by, spending some time with us. So we're just gonna kick it off. So whoever wants to go first, how'd you get your DJ names?
Go ahead.
Let's see. It comes from our first names.
Okay.
So like when we first started DJing, our DJ names were different.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So I think it's been put out there. Y'all had a show with Caesar, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Caesar knows us as...
Yes, we know.
Right. So, his first name starts with the letter M. Mine starts with the letter C.
Right.
So then it was just, okay, what names make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, eventually it evolved to Maestro and Chaos. So, Maestro, the maestro in Spanish.
Maestro
The teacher,
in Spanish,
right?
the teacher.
The double meaning, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
The teacher,
The teacher.
and then the conductor.
Right.
And then
Right.
Chaos just kind of went with it, you know
The
what I'm
craziness.
Craziness is the chaos.
It's crazy because
I'm calm.
You're calm. As I said, right. He's the opposite. He is actually calm. He's a calm out of both of them.
Right. Well, we don't know that because he might,
Well,
pressure
I mean,
every once in a
pressure's
while.
on, yeah, pressure's on pressure, but
It just,
you know,
you got to get me there.
yeah, get you there.
He's like the Hulk.
Nah,
He's chill, real cool, but you get him there, that's it. It's Hulk smash.
Exactly.
it's all love. But yeah, that's how I think we were in a park one day having the conversation about it, and then it just evolved eventually.
Now that was out here in Orlando. You had the conversation, or back home?
Yeah. No, we've been out here since '91.
91, right? Cause y'all originally from Boston, was it?
No,
not Boston. Chicago.
Yeah, we
Chicago,
kind of grew up
yes,
in
Chicago,
Chicago. We're
yes.
from Peru. We're
We're
Peruvian.
Peruvian, right?
So born in Peru,
Right.
Yeah.
and then Miami, North Carolina, but
Dope.
like the formative years.
The formative years, right?
Here in
Chicago.
Orlando. Oh, Chicago and then
Well,
Orlando.
Orlando might as well be now, right? Like,
Right.
Right.
For me,
We from here, yeah. It's like
Yeah.
93. I'm from Orlando.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So what is that? 30 years?
Yeah.
Dang,
Yeah, this is
years.
home.
man, you
Home.
had to put years on it?
Exactly.
Like,
Put years on it, yeah.
Yeah, no.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
that's dope. So, did anybody put you on? Like, what inspired you guys to DJ? Was it like just listening to hip hop?
House music in Chicago.
There were house DJs,
Yeah.
house music DJs
Was
back in the days.
what is that? Late 80s.
Yeah.
Like we lived through the Bulls era in Chicago. Just
Right,
to-
the best
you know what I'm
time.
saying? Yeah. So and then house music, like house. Like
Right.
when it-
Like deep house music.
and then it went hip house,
Hip
went
house.
freestyle,
Right,
went-
freestyle, right.
before it went techno.
Right.
Techno is the reason we evolved into
Hip hop.
Like, we always been into hip hop.
Right,
Like,
right.
We were those kids in North Carolina with the cardboard box
okay.
breakdancing and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Before we even really knew what hip hop was, we were
Right.
like, okay, these guys are dancing on cardboards.
Right.
Yeah.
So
To the Fat Boys. Y'all remember that?
Of
course.
What was on the radio in North Carolina at the time? You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
exactly.
That was the
exactly.
popular music. Yeah.
Yeah, like back then you got what made it to your city if you weren't in New York. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So even here, I don't know. You're from New York?
I'm from Jersey, but I've been since '93.
Okay.
So
So then, yeah, back even the same
yeah,
era,
same era. Yeah.
the music would come to us
Right.
late
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
by way of mixtape usually
Mixtape usually, or leaving out of town and going up there to record your tapes
to
bring them
buy
back
your
home.
vinyl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Usually.
Yep.
Till Peaches and all that. But
Yeah,
Right, right.
Peaches and a couple other little underground stores we had out here.
yeah. So then, late 80s house music, the DJs out there, the whole scene, people like names you may or might not know, like Bad Boy Bill.
Okay. Yep.
Julian Jumpin' Perez.
Yeah. Tim Spin and Shomer, like
Dope.
so they were
Before the Todd Terrys and them.
blend masters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Blend masters. Like for me, it was a fascination of like listening to them like put together mixes, and then every Friday, Saturday, taping them on like your little boom box.
Right.
Trying to then create your own from the cassette tapes, and
Right.
Trying
Do you
to
still have your
loop
tapes?
The DAWs tapes.
Do you still have the tapes?
yeah, some of them.
So I
You know
got
what I'm
about
saying?
maybe 80 tapes still.
Yeah.
Wife's asking, why do I keep them? It's a treasure.
Where do you have them?
I put them in a clear container, safed up, label them, stuff like that. I got some actually here, too.
Yeah.
Some are up here
Some
still.
up here.
But
But
I got like 3 bags, 3 garbage bags full of cassettes. Like
you didn't put them in
promos
cases,
and-
man. Stop being. They're not throwing your ass out. Put that shit
they
in the
literally
container.
in a garbage bag, like 3 full, not the cheap, the real big hefty bags. And I
Yeah.
just went through them recently, and threw out someone that weren't any good. But
You
I got a
listen
lot
to
of
'em?
mixtapes.
You go back and listen.
I do go
I
back. and
haven't
listen to
yet.
them.
I
do.
got a tape deck. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I haven't
Same.
done it yet.
So we would have the dual cassette decks.
Yeah, the
Right.
deck's right.
And then, I don't know if y'all, I'm sure somebody in here has done it where you would try to like, blend them
Mimic-
together.
yeah,
You could
yeah,
play
right.
them together
Right,
and
right,
then
and get
kind
that-
of try to
get that
use
sound
your
effect,
finger
yeah.
to do the actual timing and
Yes,
shit.
yes.
That's what we were on.
That was the first set of turntables.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we used to like, I was saying we were breakdancing in North Carolina. So then when we got to Chicago, I remember being in the park one day. Like we lived like a block from a park, and then we was just out there. We used to always play ball, and then just hang out. So we're in the park, and then if you've been to Chicago, it's just the apartment building it's like 3-floor houses, let's say, right?
Okay.
So they would face the park, and you would stand on you would walk through the park, and then right behind you while you're chilling, you would if you could see the back of somebody's crib, and then there was a dude, what was his name? Willie, who was DJing.
Okay.
So he would open his window and he'd just be blending house music. So we'd
Dope.
be
Wow,
sitting
that's
up there
crazy.
just kind of listening, and he would see us. So then he kind of brought us in, and
Okay.
he led a dance crew out there.
Right, right.
Do you remember the name?
Nah,
It's crazy that you say that because growing up in Jersey City, we lived in what's called projects now, but it was all the buildings together, stuff like that, multiple floors.
Right.
And I used to be, mad young, listen to hip hop. I was the only kid in the block who had a radio. So my dad was a superintendent, so was able to get that shit with no problem. But there was a cat named, an older cat, DJ Will, who used to open his window all the time, and I could hear the music. And I'm just sitting in front of the porch because I couldn't leave the fucking porch.
Right.
You got that dad who's like looking for you. Where you at? Where you at? I'm right here, Dad. I'm right here. Relax. But anyway, his name was DJ Will, and he would have the music playing, and like this is like the early age of hip hop, stuff like that. So I always say I fell in love with hip hop in '83 when I heard Run DMC, but I actually heard Run DMC through his window and stuff like that, and then started listening to the radio shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. Like we always had that one person that we don't even think about, but he's the person.
inspired you.
He's not really inspired, but got us to listen to the music.
Right.
Stuff like that. Because I couldn't listen to music in my house. If you put music on that time in the late 80s or early 80s, you were playing that ghetto music, they call it.
Yeah,
The ghetto
yeah.
blaster. Turn
Ghetto
that off.
blaster, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So, you always had somebody older that would play the records for you or the music for you.
Yeah, well, he was just DJing, so then he saw us out there, he was a little older, so he just, it was like he brought us in to the dance crew first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we, back in those days, Chicago dance crews was a thing, and, you'd go to the clubs and battle other dance crews, and, we would do that. And so, but also, when we would go to practice, he would also be up there blending. So then, I just sitting there watching, the turntables were just,
Right,
they
right.
catch you.
Right.
And so then, you get that connection to it, then you want to try it. And then I just remember, we were moving to Orlando, and, almost like a parting gift.
Okay.
He gave us a set of old turntables,
Dope.
like Techniques, but not like the
Not
1200s.
the
the straight
No.
arm,
The belt drive.
The belt, yeah, the straight arm belt drive with the SXL with the digital.
The pitch.
The pitch.
But it wasn't digital.
No, it was not the digital.
was
The
like a little-
pictures are not
yeah,
the
yeah.
Rob. You kept on going back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't up and down. It was left and
left
right.
and right,
Yeah.
That was our first.
We had a.
Yeah.
So and we had already been buying like house records.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And then he gave us a stash, and then we
Dope.
came here, and then we just kept DJing that till we bought our own like 1200s, and I know we had one for a while. You know what I'm saying? And then that's all until we could afford the second.
second one,
and then,
yeah.
You know, we went to Dr. Phillips in Orlando. You know what I'm saying? So back then it was selling candy or whatever you could
Right.
sell.
Cigarettes, candy, stuff like that, lollipops, all that crazy
Yeah.
shit.
Cigarettes.
Yeah. I sold
No, we didn't
cigarettes.
sell cigarettes, but
I used to. I
Yo,
sold what the fuck I could sell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Junebug will sell you a goldfish if you let him. You know, he was hustling everything.
So yeah, and then started collecting records. House turned into techno and wasn't really the vibe.
Right.
Right.
And then Orlando's always had like a little hip hop scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then we just fell into that.
Yeah, you came in. You said what 90?
91.
91. So about I got in 93. So yeah, 93, 94. The hip hop scene started getting bigger.
Started bubbling, yeah.
Yeah, started
That's the
bubbling.
days of the Hitmen.
Right.
The Hitmen,
right.
right?
Well,
Right?
Hitmen,
Can we
right.
say they were the first to? Well,
Nah, they was-
heavy sounds.
No, Heavy wasn't
No,
sound
we-
either. So
it was kinda all of us.
It was three crews basically. It was
Right.
Heavy Sound with the reggae and the hip hop. Heavy had that reggae.
He
shit
had
on
the dance floor
Smash.
shit on Smash. Yeah.
Me, Jesse, and Khaled had this side town doing the hip hop. Then Nasty, Khaled, and Caesar had the upper side. The
Right.
good thing about it, even when y'all came to the picture, we used to call each other. It's like, yo, when you do a party, we will all show support. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that,
a fact.
And before y'all even came to the scene, we used to do it with Caesar and them, whenever they had a party, we'll find out, and then we want to do a party the same day and stuff like that. Because the hip hop scenery was big, but also small at the same time. So people wouldn't drive from Point Siena to, out to Orlando and vice versa. They wouldn't drive from Orlando to Point Siena or to Kissimmee and stuff like that. And years went by and then everybody started doing things together.
When's the first time you heard of us?
It was a spot on Colonial. I can't remember the actual,
Round and Round Express Lounge.
maybe, I can't remember the name of it. It was,
That's
it's actually
probably
like,
what
it was
was.
a
Pizza
lounge.
spot. Yeah. It was
Yeah. That's the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
time I remember we going out there with Jesse and Khaled
Right.
and seeing y'all.
You know that.
Stuff like that.
The sorry not to cut you
no,
off,
go
but the memory I have of that, and this is a weird one just because of me. I remember you guys would put duct tape on your vinyl and put your BPMs on it, and that's the first time I ever seen anybody write their BPMs
Yeah.
because we wasn't counting BPMs. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell everybody all the time, I wasn't mixing off of BPM. I mixed off of feeling. So when I saw you guys did, I was like, yo, that's a dope idea. You know what I mean? So then I started putting little stickers
Yeah.
of mine. So I thank you guys for that because I took that. You guys inspired me to take my mixing to the next level by doing the BPMs.
You know who the first person I saw with that was? Nasty.
Nasty.
Okay.
Nasty was the first person I saw doing it.
Yeah, it figures we nasty.
Right. He's very
Shit,
technical.
Technical and next.
Technical, yeah.
Everything neat.
Right.
Nasty was super dope. And it's
Yeah,
he's
and
super
still dope.
He's super
Yes,
dope.
yes.
I think what inspired us the most from Nasty was the intros. Nasty
Intros?
used to have the dope intros.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, he was.
He took the intros also to the radio scene at one point.
Yeah, he used to drop them every once in a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder
So
what happened. Yo, Nasty, we need those intros again, man. Back on the radio before you do your mix show.
he still he runs the old ones back. Do they
Yeah.
still do mix shows on?
I don't know what they do anymore. I don't listen to the radio no more. I'm sorry. Just don't.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Same.
Radios done change a lot. It's not the same no more.
We can get into that.
Yeah, we're getting that. We get so many
But-
different things about the radio.
But the Round and Round was the first party.
Spot.
Flyer was done by the same person that was doing the Hitman.
So
I-
Neil.
Okay.
Neil
So Neil,
for
Neil for
real.
real.
Yeah.
Shout out
Neil,
to Neil for
yeah.
real.
He did that.
We had Siege.
Siege was doing our
Doing our-
flyers.
I
Siege
remember
was-
Siege
yeah.
did fashion, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yes.
they went into
Yeah.
fashion afterwards. Yes.
Yeah.
He's if you go around to like Quay Hugh
Yeah.
In-
It's funny. you say
Quay.
that.
So
Yeah,
in
yeah,
his coffee shop, Siege did the mural in there for that.
He's still out here?
Siege?
No, Quay.
Yeah, he's still here.
Okay.
So he has a coffee shop in I think it's close to downtown Orlando, but it's a dope little spot. But Siege now does murals, so he just travels around doing murals for restaurants and things like that. And he's in Miami.
I still have his flyers, and I have the actual the graphic he did before the flyers. So like he was like the proof
Yeah,
to see we like it and stuff like that.
right.
I kept that shit.
He's
I
doing
bought that
tats,
shit.
right?
No, he just does murals.
Only
Yeah.
I thought
Only
he had.
Neil's.
he
I
had
think
the
Neil
tat
does
shot.
tats.
Neil
Oh,
does
I'm
tats.
sorry. You're talking about Quay?
No, I'm talking about Siege.
Siege.
Oh,
Siege.
Siege. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Neil does do tats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that first party to what you're talking about and everybody supporting each other. I remember that first party. We haven't even talked about Pro Style yet.
No.
You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of dope DJs out here.
Yeah.
Still.
It's a lot of
but
dope, dope everything around here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
From DJs to
MCs.
producers to MCs to breakdancers, graffiti writers. There's so much dope talent out here.
Yeah.
Facts.
Slept on.
So yeah, he was on the guest list
Right.
back then as Alex.
Alex. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a story with Alex.
yeah. So
We all
he
got
came
stories.
through that first party. Funny enough, it's not even just the people that live out here. There's a lot of people out here that, and I'm sure you know this. 12 o'clock used to live out here.
Right.
Old Dirty's
Yeah.
cousin.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
He came to that first. So we have
Yeah.
a cassette tape of him
R.I.P.
freestyling. Did
Dope.
he pass? Rest in peace. So
Yeah.
we have a cassette tape from that party, right? Because we would run we would record into a cassette deck from a board
Right.
just to hear back the party. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, like they used to record
Right.
the parties
We
back
play
in
parties,
the days.
right, yeah.
So he's freestyling at that party, doing a verse that he did on. I'm not gonna remember the record.
Something immigrants.
Yeah, Nasty Immigrants.
Nasty Immigrants.
He did the verse from that at that
At the
party.
party. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's crazy.
So,
It's just, like I said, the talent in Orlando alone is just crazy.
Yeah.
yeah. So
You know.
that was 91, and then it just went from there.
Right. Yeah, we did a couple parties together too back in the days. I mean, we all did a lot of stuff for each other, you know,
Yeah,
and try
yeah.
to make that hip hop bigger than what it was and bring everybody together, you know.
You know what's funny is less now, probably because we're older, and I don't know if this is for y'all, but you know, we started off not just blending, like we were into the technical side of it.
Right.
So you know, our first, like at Dr. Phillips, the first do you know the story of the Battle of the DJs?
No, if I do, it can refresh my memory.
So I think Nasty went to. Did Caesar go to
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phillips too?
Yeah.
Okay, so
No, Nasty go to Dr. Phil. I think did
no,
he go to
went
Oak Ridge?
DP. No, he lived in Oak Ridge.
He lived in Oak Ridge.
but
yeah.
he went to DP. And
Okay.
I just wasn't sure about Caesar. But anyways, the you know, I came here was my senior year of high school, and then the senior year, my senior year, his junior year, they did the first Battle of the DJs.
Okay.
And so we were in that.
Okay.
This is back when the DMC battles were
Right,
on
right,
cassette tape,
right,
and like
right.
we were studying that.
Right.
And so we were out here as battle DJs.
Okay.
That battle was judged by,
Twice as nice.
Which is nice.
no, that was your year.
Oh,
That-
really?
That was your senior year. But the first year was actually judged by Caesar, Khaled,
Yeah.
and someone from the National Honor Society, who I don't remember why they were judging a DJ
Right, right,
battle,
right.
That's weird, but whatever.
And then back in those days, the
Criteria.
criteria was, you know, all the technical, shit that we would know.
Right.
But then they had, what I walked into thinking was a turntablist battle. They had like the mic. You know what I'm saying? As far as mic, crowd,
Crowd.
that
Right,
whole
right,
thing.
right.
And we're out there doing tricks. Ain't nobody we didn't have time
Time
to
for the
be
mic.
on the
Yeah,
mic,
yeah.
doing none of that. So I remember the person that won was DJ Jito. I don't know if you remember.
Wow. I remember the name. Now you say that, I remember the name.
I mean, you know, Panik Productions, when it started, was the three of us, and it was born out of that battle.
Okay.
And he won because he touched the mic.
Microphone.
Ah, okay.
But, you know, after the battle, he was like, nah, y'all really won.
Right.
And so then, you know, he won second. So in my mind, he beat me.
Right.
And then,
Gosh, that's a problem right there.
but it's always been that. I don't know if it's been that for y'all, but like, you know,
It's a friendly competition.
Yeah.
But it's always been that. So for us, you know, like if he was DJing, then I'd be like, all right, I got next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
no,
you just wanna try
steel
to-
sharpens steel.
Right.
Yeah.
But he always been like that because I got stories that he's always been the scene one about everybody. Like in Juice, you.
I
Yeah.
did?
Yeah. You know, actually, who what?
Did I
Who
step
won
to
in the
you?
battle?
No, not to me. No, he not to me.
Oh, us. Him?
Nah,
specifically?
yeah. So listen, so from one of our co-friend DJ Caesar, I spoke to him, and he's like, he can always remember Maestro being in that battle move, wanting to claim the juice. He
So-
put DJ Caesar, and then he put also DJ Khaled. Because they used to live from each other around.
To do
Well,
what?
so yeah, Khaled and Pro Style
Right.
actually. I don't know if I stepped to nobody. You know what I mean? I think. It
No, I
was,
don't think I think he was always in that. Put your mic a little bit up.
I do remember one time. I mean, we had probably mutual friends.
Right, of course.
Khaled
Right.
and Pro Style, and they probably
Right.
talking shit.
I mean,
oh,
shit,
my
it was
homeboy over here
not-
is dope. or
Hey,
whatever.
exactly, exactly. They ain't not. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Well, I don't
I don't give a
remember-
fuck. I stepped into the room.
Yeah.
Well, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So-
but
Yeah.
that's what that's the vibe they caught during those time, and we can laugh about it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course, stuff like
So,
that.
but I don't remember how it happened. But
Right.
I don't know if Khaled, because we were cool. If he called me or maybe Pro Style called me, I don't know how he got my number. I don't
Right.
remember if it was a beeper. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Probably was
So
a beat.
they came. Both of them came to my crib. Both of them showed up at my crib.
Uh-huh.
I probably told them come through, or what? I don't
Right,
remember.
right, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember. And then we had a little setup at the house, whatever. And they came. We just got busy together. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
You know
And,
how probably rough.
Probably rough. Oh yeah, because you used to DJ for the Warheads back in the days too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
Before,
Pro Style.
All of us.
Yeah, but I think
Khaled, too.
didn't y'all I think y'all did.
Let me tell you something. Ruff
think
is
you-
probably my oldest friend.
I just saw him this last week. That's what you.
Here,
So
I'll tell you. We DJ'd Pro Style's sisters.
16
Or
or 15.
A house party
Okay.
for.
Oh, Cosmo. Okay.
Or was it Pro or was it Khaled? Somebody's sister party. I don't remember.
Pro has a
who.
sister. I don't know about Khaled, but I know Pro has a sister.
Pro has a sister, yeah.
Well, I remember Pro being there and just staring at
Khaled
us
does have a
DJ.
sister.
He does.
He does have a
I
sister.
think it might have been Khaled. I
Yeah.
don't remember exactly who it was. Some house party we did. That's where I met Ruff.
Okay.
Dope.
Or
Yeah, Ruff's always
Vaughn at
he's
the
always
time.
on the cut too. Every time I see he's in the cut. From back then to now, he's always in the cut. And stuff
Word.
like
Shout
that.
out to the Warheads, man.
Yes. I said they
So I
posted.
think that's how we met Pro and
And Khaled.
yeah, because I think Khaled used to DJ for the Warheads too.
He was their original DJ.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
well, I remember with we're gonna go down rabbit trails. You know
That's
what I'm
all
saying?
right.
It's okay.
I remember with Ruff, has been not just rapping out here, MCing out here, but also he produces. Now he's doing
Film.
the filming and
film.
stuff. Yeah, the filming,
so
yeah.
I mean, he's a jack of all. He's an audio engineer.
Right.
Dope.
He does it all. He's the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, why did I start telling you that?
Because we were talking about the Warheads and stuff like that.
Oh,
Talking
yeah.
about
We
the
used to go
DJs.
to his crib and just, bring our turntables, put them on. Like what he used to want to do was put acapellas over his beats.
Okay.
So we would sit there and just, cut
Try to match 'em up,
acapellas over
right.
his beats.
Right.
And it just was always been that relationship. You know
Right,
what I'm saying? Competitive on video games.
Right,
like, that's my man.
All
That's- I
around
fuck with
competitive,
Ruff.
yeah.
And it's
Friendly
dope because,
competition.
to this day, like I said, I just seen your brother last week and still showing love to the to the artists out in Orlando that a lot of DJs don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And you've been doing this since day one. You know what I'm saying? So I salute to you, both of y'all, but like I always see him. I don't get to see you. You was in the cut, so I always see him and stuff like that. But, to this day, you're still supporting,
Gotta support, man.
the
Gotta
Orlando
support.
artists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
So they're still out here. They're doing Red Rum is
Right,
is
Red Rum,
him
yeah.
and Red
Mhm,
Eye.
yeah, yep,
He's their DJ.
right, yep.
That's why you see him out there.
Yep.
Dope.
They performed
Yeah,
they performed last week for the birthday party. So
Yeah.
that's why I saw him right
So
there.
I try to make it when I can.
Right. I'm in and out. Say, hey, how you doing? Psh, I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
But to go back, like I've met. I don't remember when I first met y'all, but it was always that competitive spirit. You know what I'm saying? So we were cool,
right.
But it was almost
It
like
was-
on some battle shit.
And,
like
and,
in
and,
our
and, the
heads.
and the crazy part about it that it wasn't even about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Again, it was never even about that. It's just we had to put in our mind. Now there's more DJs out here to bring that hip hop
Right.
to the Orlando area. When I first moved out, it was a lot of Miami music, bass music, stuff like that, and freestyle music. All that stuff was what you heard from Twice as Nice and everybody else in the radio.
Yeah.
And the hip hop, you barely heard the hip hop. So having another crew of DJs that has the hip hop, because also not only youth came in the scene at that time, also Native Soul, was it?
That was Chino.
Chino and them, right?
Jay- Jay Storm.
Jay Storm and them,
Yeah.
right? They came in the same scene about the same time too. So now there's more people come from different cities
Right.
to Orlando to bring that hip hop. So now we got to do more phone calls, more check-ins and stuff like that. And not only that, you always got to go to that person's party to see what they're doing as well. We all did it to
Right.
each other. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they got a party. I'm gonna check them out, see what's going on over there. They have a party. I'm gonna go over there, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And to this day, we're able to talk about it now. That's a good thing about it, you know.
And it's the
Talk
same.
about
It's the same thing now. You know, you go to people's parties. Back then, we used to put flyers on the cars
Right.
or whatever it was. But now the promoters just getting everybody's IG
Right.
in the party. You know what I'm saying?
So it was the culture to
Right.
me.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I think we were all cool, but then there was the element
It's
of
the
competition.
friendly competition, man.
That's
It's,
just
Right.
that's just the hip hop.
That's hip hop.
You know
That's
what
just
I'm
hip hop.
yeah.
Yep.
It's
just
not,
hip
you know,
hop.
it goes from artists to DJs. You know, if we doing a song together, and you put your verse first, and I'm in there with you, I'm like, oh, I gotta kill this verse. It's just that friendly battle. You know what I mean?
Right.
And-
Because
and it's-
after all that even happened, when y'all weren't doing much DJing no more, I remember I used to go to y'all cribs. It was just y'all cribs I actually used to go to.
Yeah.
And you used to supply me with some vinyl and stuff like that.
Dope.
Salute to you because I used to have that shit in the mixtapes before somebody else had it and stuff like that. So, you
So
know,
we got lucky, man, because I think we got on the labels list so that they.
you
sent us
gave
all
me
kinds
some of the label lists.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gave me
it
some of the
was-
label
it was-
lists.
You know who gave them
Right.
to me? Pro Style.
Did you? Okay.
There was this little industry booklet.
Yes.
I don't know how you
Yep.
know
Yeah,
about-
yeah,
so in
yeah.
the back it had all the industry contacts.
Yep.
Right.
So we took our first mix CD, let's say it was called Pandemonium, and we sent them out to all those
the DJs, right,
contacts,
contacts.
but then went to New York and visited,
Right.
Everybody.
and so then they would be like, all right, well, who
What's
wants
up?
to collect vinyl, right?
right,
Like,
right. We
so-
do. I still do.
Right.
But eventually you run out of space for it, so
Yeah.
it's like you don't think about that when you're starting out.
No,
but
no,
it-
no. You don't think about it.
Yeah, so then they know that, because
Right.
they're sitting on so much
Vinyl.
inventory. So
Right,
then
inventory.
they would, you'd go to one, they'd give you vinyl, and it was always I need 4 copies,
Right,
right? 'Cause
right, exactly.
It's too much because we used to
Right.
DJ on 4 turntables,
Right.
like as
Okay.
a unit
Right.
on top of individually,
Mm-hmm.
and so we forever have been collecting 4 copies of everything. You know, what
You
I'm
still have
saying?
your vinyl? You still got them?
Yeah. We have a studio at the crib where it's just like it's
Yeah, the big
these-
room with all the
your
records.
walls have decorations or have
Right.
shelves
I
on them.
got a room in the house like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't in order like Khaled does, but I think
Yeah.
the last count.
Mine is alphabetical order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Also
last
better.
count, no shit. Mine is just is there.
Yeah.
I'm more than 6 years ago and it's still there. I think it's like 17, 18,000 records.
Yeah.
Yeah, June keeps trying to get me to come over to watch football, but I know he wants me to put his records in alphabetical order for him and shit like that.
That's ours.
When they gonna walk into my house, they're gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, so we sent the letters to try to get on the mailing list. You know what I'm
Right.
saying that we're doing club DJs was our thing because we wasn't on the radio at the
Right,
time.
right.
And then it helped us because when we showed up at the door, then we're asking to see such and such. They
Right.
they oh
They had
yeah,
a-
I've heard
yeah.
the name. So
Right.
then they would come out, give us the vinyl, and
Right.
be yo, we want to get on the mailing list.
Right.
And then it's
Started
slowly
that
but
way,
surely,
yeah.
yeah,
Right.
we got on, and then we didn't have to buy vinyl no more, and that's part of
Right.
what you got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Extra shit. Yep.
It also helped to be on the radio. We did a battle. Talking about competition, we did a battle out in Daytona, and the first prize was, an hour, 2 hours on the radio on 102 Jams.
Uh-huh.
And so me, him, and I think we
Remington.
battled Remington.
Okay.
Who else was there? Was it 007?
007 maybe.
Maybe.
Quest. I don't know. Maybe Quest was
All
there.
together at that one
At
point.
that time, yeah.
So I won,
Right.
right?
Again.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Here we
I
go.
got
Talk your
second.
shit.
See,
Talk
talk
your
your
shit.
shit.
Talk
See,
your
talking about walking in like he got the juice.
You know what though?
So that helped.
Yeah, they got first, I got second, so we beat them too. Though.
Right.
But the thing is, it was always like if he won, I won too, because
Right.
we're
course.
helping each other.
You're a
come
team,
up.
Of
yeah.
course.
Yeah.
But
I guess-
we would come up with the routines together, and we're sharing vinyl too. So it's like, okay, who's gonna use what type
Right,
of thing too.
right.
So it was.
That's
know,
dope, though. I
Real
mean,
tough.
Yeah.
I don't know how it feels to have a sibling growing up who has the same
Passion. or some of
passion,
that, right.
coming up together. I mean, it must feel good, and
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Everything's always been down the middle. Like
Right.
every record, every
Right.
piece of equipment,
Right.
it's always
Every
been like that.
T-shirt,
Right,
every
right,
no.
right. You about to see us tonight, Margaret, tomorrow.
Yeah.
It be like that sometimes.
This shit.
So
That's dope.
to go back, like you're talking about, I didn't even know about that. Wanting to battle, like that story.
Right.
So, I graduated. The first battle of the DJs at Dr. Phillips was my senior year,
Okay.
and so then, he 1 year behind me all the time.
Right.
So then his junior,
You
I
heard
mean,
he
his
said,
senior
he
year.
said that, right? 1 year behind me all the time.
No, it's not like that. But like pause. So he did his senior year, the Battle of the DJs. The second one was just him, and so I remember we rolled up there, and he won that competition too. But I remember going into it, Nasty actually was they brought him on to not like as the house DJ, but like to DJ in between battles or performances.
Okay.
And I remember Nasty walking up to me and saying, "Yo, I heard you want a battle," and I was like, it caught me off guard because I don't remember
Saying
Right,
anything
right.
like that.
yeah, like so where you would get that, I don't know. Maybe that was his way of saying he wanted a battle. I don't
Maybe
know.
that was the crew thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, salute to just Caesar, but he's the one was, because you got to go around nowadays and find out, get questions and stuff like that, from different people, stuff like that. And
Yeah,
why
but-
not go to the people who were actually around during that time, stuff like that.
Right, right.
So,
Yeah, but that might have been a setup because I didn't go there to battle.
Right,
But
right.
he was
Right, right. No,
there
no,
to
right,
perform. So it's
right.
like, so it wasn't like, hey, I want to set up a battle with
Right,
you. It's
right.
like, hey, you want to do this?
Right,
Oh,
right.
you're setting me up. Like you already know what it is. You came prepared to do something.
right, right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? So
He already has intro ready
yeah,
for you.
then it's always been love. So I
Right,
was
right,
just
of
like,
course.
nah, I didn't say that, but and then it just went there.
Right, right. That's what's up.
But that year of his win at Dr. Phillips was judged by Twice as Nice,
Okay.
and they didn't let him finish.
'Cause it
Which you could
They let him
interpret it how
finish.
you want.
Right.
In other words, he was just no one was even close.
Oh, so then you stopped him.
They say, "Oh, you got it. You got." They actually got on the mic and was like,
Right.
"All right, you got it."
You good. Let's stop showing off.
Yeah, basically. Which whatever.
Do you remember that routine?
So,
I'll tell you where they stopped him. I remember it, not all of it, but I remember that part because it was just like, what?
Right.
Okay.
He was doing, it was Bring the Pain.
Okay.
When Bring the Pain first came out.
Right.
And so he was, probably something that the first time I heard somebody do it was Tony Touch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Who's, I don't know if he's from out here, but
He
lived
lived
out-
here.
he lived out here for a
did
while.
he go to
while,
Dr.
yeah.
Phillips too?
I believe so, but I know he lived here for a little while.
And he still comes out here. He
Yeah.
does Iron Cow. He does his
Funk
It's-
box.
it's,
Funk
Funk
Box.
Box.
Funk
Yeah.
Box,
Funk
yeah.
Box.
Yeah. So
That's dope, though. Good stories, good stories.
Yeah, dope. Stuff we like to hear. So when you won the competition, how did it go on the radio? Did you?
I think we did an hour, and that was pretty much it, man. There was nothing came out of that.
It
You
was
know what
just-
I mean?
yeah.
No, they had their DJ. I think maybe Nasty was already on there, or was,
At that time, it was definitely Jimmy Jams.
Jimmy Jams was on
Yeah.
there. Twice as Nice was probably still on there. So I
Right.
don't think
one
they
of
were
them
looking for
hosted.
anybody.
The one I don't remember which one, but like it wasn't a live set.
Okay, it was
They-
pre-recorded.
Yeah. So we still have the recording, but it's actually a 4 turntable live routine. Because
Okay.
back then, even if you wanted to use like a 4-track, we couldn't afford that.
Right.
So we did like
Everything
it-
on the 4
well,
turntables.
he did a piece by himself.
Okay.
But the first half of it, before the first commercial break, like what I'm saying, you did 2 22-minute blocks.
Okay.
I think it was.
2 22s and then space instrumentals and then back to the.
So they gave you the whole format. So we did a 4 turntable routine. That was back when Black Rob had Whoa was out.
Okay.
Okay.
And so then the second half was just him. And he started it off with a Warheads freestyle. Like a
Dope.
little too hard for the radio,
Right. Yeah.
And then
Especially Orlando's radio.
yeah, and back then, I think we little knuckleheads, right?
Yep.
Rolled up like right before the show was about to start instead of getting there
20
early, lit. You know what I'm saying?
20 deep.
Yeah. And so,
They're like, there's no hell. they come back to the radio again.
Yeah,
It's their
yeah,
first
yeah.
and last time.
but
But-
that evolved into something else because then, pirate radio was a thing out here in Orlando too.
Yeah.
And then, at least that's years later,
Yeah, years
probably a whole
later.
nother
Yeah,
story.
right,
but then
right,
there's
right.
95 Live as part of our history.
Right.
Um,
That was run by Payne. Right?
NSX.
Right.
NSX.
Yeah.
Payne,
NSX.
Junior Payne.
Junior
was,
Payne.
was his actual artist name.
That's how I know him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's how we met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's family right there.
Right.
He's been through a lot.
Yeah.
And so through him, we actually started doing radio out in Fort Myers.
Okay.
Like the mix show weekends they used to
Dope.
do, where they would invite DJs out or
Right.
whatever. He had the plug out there, and then that helped us get more free records.
It was
and-
through Quest. Through Quest. So
Quest,
him and
right.
Quest, you know,
Okay.
they still.
Dope.
Yeah, Quest is what in Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Myers.
Myers,
right? Yeah.
Lauderdale.
He's still on the radio, still doing, still rocking clubs, still
Yeah.
out there. Shout out to Quest.
That's dope.
That's dope. So what's your guys' opinion on like the old school style? I don't want to say old school, but vinyl and then technology now. What do you think about it?
It's the best.
Technology?
Technology is the best.
You don't miss carrying records?
Nah. Hell no.
I fought that. Like I remember
What the
when-
technology?
The first time I heard Serato was I was digging through records at Rock and Soul in New York,
Okay.
and I heard people in the back talking about it. And I don't know if I told him about it, but at some point, you know what I'm saying, he was like, yo, check this out. And a lot like you when you were not labeling your BPM and all
Right,
that, because,
right.
you know, routines, what routines? I'm going to make this up as I go. You
Right,
know what I'm saying?
right,
I'm going
right.
to feel out the
Exactly.
crowd, and it's like the purist in you, right?
Right.
I was like, nah, what do you mean?
I need a laptop now? Like
Yeah, what I'm going to use a laptop for. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And
I want to carry my shit.
yeah. So at
Come on.
first I fought it, but then, you know, now I look back and I'm like, you know, that teaches you to embrace technology, really. You know what I'm saying?
Right, quick.
And I
Yeah.
mean, what's the difference? I mean, it's vinyl, right? If you want to use vinyl, you can still use vinyl.
turntables, yeah.
It's just a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
can
you-
have
you-
all your music,
With you.
80,000, 100,000
Songs.
joints,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
I-
you
I
can
don't-
play whatever you want.
Right.
And
Right.
I don't miss carrying recycling bins to the club. You know what I'm saying?
The Publix crates?
The,
Shit, anybody
nah,
was
we
a-
used
The
to-
recycling. We
when
used to go
Dixie-
on hunts.
Nah.
Nah, we
I had to go win Dixie hunts.
we used
The
to
green
go,
ones. The
green
green ones
ones
with
is-
with the tops
Yeah.
on it.
Is there
No.
if there's a statute of limitations on
That's what I-
stealing
We
other
passed that,
people's
we should-
recycling
I
bins?
hope
Yeah,
so, because shit, we,
And then we used to like he would drive or I would drive, and then you know we knew the day
On the
where
recycling
they
days.
collected the like the day.
They were in the trash already. They were in the trash.
yeah,
Yeah.
for
They
the
were
record,
trash. They were
I don't
trash.
have any Publix crates in my house. Right?
Only
Just
when
for the
Dixie
record.
does.
We did the recycling bins, the orange and the
the green
the
ones.
green ones.
Yeah, that's
And
what
so-
we used.
I hated those small ones that you put like sideways because they wouldn't fit.
They wouldn't
regular.
fit.
Yeah.
Right,
Right.
they were on sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why the green ones and the blue ones from Win Dixie were the best ones.
Nah, but Publix,
They were
I ain't
heavy
gonna-
as fuck, though.
Publix, the 12-inch fits perfect in there.
Yeah.
Pause on that.
Yeah.
But Publix joints, that's the shit right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, we couldn't shop in Publix. It's expensive back then.
I wasn't shopping.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Shit.
So, did any promoters put you on back then, or you just did your own parties?
We started doing our own. I don't remember promoters. I feel like that was competitive too. You know what
Right.
I'm saying, in terms of like who people worked with.
Right. Same thing with the radio.
Yeah, more it was DJs putting us on.
Right.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Might be, I would say, I can remember Nasty. You know, there would, Nasty, sometimes there were gigs he couldn't do for whatever reason. And, you know,
Pass them on.
Dope.
so, and
But
trying
then-
to remember who else. But Mega
Mega.
DJs, like the.
Oh, Mega DJs. Yeah. Mega City DJs.
Oh, you
Mega
know what?
City, yeah.
To go back, Greg G.
Right,
Shout out to Greg G.
Greg
G.
Greg
Shout out
G.
to Greg G.
Yeah.
Big life.
Yep.
Y'all need to get him up here.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah.
reached out to him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
We
reached
did
out.
it.
So
Shout
we did. Was it called Silhouettes at the time?
It was
Yeah,
Silhouettes.
with Silhouettes.
Yeah.
We did Tuesday nights there in Silhouettes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So then, yeah, I remember Greg, and then I remember just DJs that would have us come out and rock with them.
Right. And to your opinion, so again, you didn't do a lot of promoters back then, but do you think the promoters better? I mean, and more important than the DJ?
The promoters are more important than DJ. What you mean?
So you're doing a club night, a promoter hires you to do a random night. You think the crowd's going because of the promoter or because of the DJ?
So I don't know if you know the story and why you're asking that, but we've had that conversation with Greg G.
Okay.
And we're cool with Greg now.
Right.
But we've had that conversation, and I'll tell you who answered that question in the heat of a moment was Disco.
Disco?
Yeah, Disco stepped in and said, "Grab your turntables and your vinyl and leave.
Right.
Where's the party?"
Right.
Right.
Dope. That's a dope answer.
Yeah, shout out to Disco.
That's a shout out to Disco. You reached out to Disco too. Disco's
Yeah.
still waiting.
Yeah.
So
We'll get Disco. He coming. He's
yeah.
coming.
Love disco.
Love disco.
absolutely.
That's the OG.
That's the
That's Uncle.
Uncle Disco.
Yeah, Uncle
Yeah.
Disc. You know what I'm saying?
Someone that you know those people. You're one of them. You're one of them. If you don't see them for years, but then you see them,
See
it's
them?
like you saw them yesterday.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You know, I could reach out to disco
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
even with a question, and
Right.
he'll be
He'll
like,
answer it. Yep.
yeah.
Yep. That's disco.
Mm-hmm.
That's up. But yeah, I asked you the question because it's actually part of one of our 150 questions. But
Okay.
just want to throw it out there because again, back then we didn't use a lot of promoters. We were the promoters and the
Uh-huh.
DJs stuff
Yep.
like that. But as the times done change, promoters
Kind of taking over. Yeah.
trying to take over the club scene
Right.
and things about the promoters that people are coming to see. And it's really not about the promoter. Again, like you said, the magic word: take the equipment out of the room. What you're gonna have.
Right.
A room for people for about 2 or 3 minutes.
They're
then
gonna be like,
leave.
"What the hell's going on?"
You,
But-
you ever been in a club that the music goes off? Like the power goes off,
Something
or
happens.
something happens and there's no music,
Right.
Yeah.
and you just hear people,
It's awkward.
and then
Yeah,
it's, like,
awkward
it's
as hell.
awkward as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And then
You know
Yeah.
what?
you
though?
like,
It's evolved because in our era, the DJ mattered more, right?
Right.
In today's era, it is more about the promoter because when people come to the party, they're not checking for blends or skill or
No,
like
no.
they
No.
don't care. They just want to hear their favorite song.
Right.
You could probably just turn on your iTunes, run a
Right.
playlist, and people won't notice.
right,
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear you scratch at a party.
Absolutely
they don't
not.
wanna, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely
So,
not.
they want you to play that top, like I said, top 20 record, and that's really
Yeah,
it.
what they hear on the radio.
Mhm.
yeah. So in today's world, it's different.
Right.
Um,
But I
Yeah.
still feel that not maybe all DJs, but there is some DJs that do bring a certain amount, a crowd of people, that audience that want to listen to them as well. Because you're right about it. You could play the top 20 records, but one, if that person requesting a record, they can't get that request.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you got that going on, and it's also a different feeling of actually having a DJ in the club or lounge or whatever, and then having just a jukebox on.
right.
This,
Yeah, it's a different vibe.
different vibe completely. You could tell the vibe. You could walk into a room and you could tell. I mean, I know I could tell if within 5 minutes that is a DJ on or is a jukebox on, stuff like that.
Yeah, so Kid Capri,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like a Kid Capri party, you're not gonna duplicate that with a jukebox or a playlist or no shit
Can't.
like that. No.
You can't.
Yeah.
So
Some experience.
yeah, but let me ask you this: what new DJs are doing that?
Doing what?
Like the whole party rocking and
So and promoting,
not tied to promotion, but just like
like rocking a party, stuff like that.
yeah, that aren't out there just
Slamming
one
records.
record to the next, right? Even if you don't blend, just doing that in a skillful way. Like
Right. But this,
Caesar's still out here
Caesar's
at
still-
least
yeah,
doing
yeah,
it,
he's
right?
doing old school
but,
parties, yeah,
but
he's-
he's an old school. I
Right.
don't want to call him old school DJ, but
No.
like he's from our era.
right.
What new era DJs are doing that?
You mean scratching and blending in a party?
No, he's
Or
talking about
just-
as far as like, as far as rocking the mic and just doing everything at
I mean,
I don't see it as much nowadays.
They're not new no more. I mean,
no, they're not.
they're not new. Like 'cause
But they
DJ
came-
Austin is DJ.
They came up on the end of our era. though.
Arsonist is our era too, kind
No,
of.
oh,
you know
no,
what
he's
I'm
a-
saying?
he's
He's
a-
the 2000s.
He's
Yeah.
just remember we're 2023 now though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he was around when he was way younger, but he witnessed it and he knows what that is.
right.
Same
Right.
thing with Nice.
Nice,
You
right?
know what I'm
Exactly. I was
saying?
about to say
Right.
nice next.
Right.
There's a lot of new DJs out here. We interviewed a few of them. The DJ Jacks, DJ
Right.
Crush, and them. And they come from the
But
later on 2000s.
you know what the difference is? They come from a Caribbean background, and that's part of being a Caribbean. Playing dancehall and stuff, you gotta
rock the mic.
you gotta rock the mic. That they have a different background than.
Right.
So let
You
me
know what
say
I
it
mean?
this way: there's way less of it today than
No,
there
Of
was
course.
in our
Yes.
era.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the thing. So
Absolutely.
that's given the promoter.
The upper scale.
yeah.
Again, having the people at the bottle, getting the bottle service, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Getting the bar, get anybody lit, stuff like that. They call it word lit.
Lit.
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
lit.
didn't want to hear that word lit.
There's a good example of promoters that and he's had dope DJs work with him too. Is Jay Johnson?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who does Jay rock with? Does he still promote?
Yes.
Yeah, he still
So
does.
Jay Caesar and Livewire have two different business together. They do old school parties and they do like
Right.
brunches.
Right.
So that's always been a crew, right?
Right.
So, yeah, Jay. When I hear a Jay Johnson party, maybe I'm just assuming the DJ already, because usually it's gonna be nasty or see right. It's
Yeah,
like,
Right.
in the past couple of years, so I've been with Jay for a lot the past 2 years, but it's just been really the three, which is Caesar, LimeWire, we're missing.
And Remington, too.
Remington at one point,
Yeah.
yeah, Remington, and I'm missing somebody too. My man, Infinite.
Infinite.
so Jay's done a great job promoting himself, like a branding
Branding-
party with
branding,
Jay.
yeah,
and
yeah.
So a lot of people, when he promotes, the DJ is secondary to Jay sometimes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe because they've gotten used to the DJs he's
But
using.
they also, you're right about that. But they also know what the parties will be about too. They know who
Right.
he's using as a DJ.
Yeah, so maybe
so
they're
that'll be a
used to
shitty
it.
ass party, you know,
Right,
Right.
right,
and
right.
stuff like that.
But yeah.
And
So,
talking, yo, listen, I think it's a 17th episode with Jay Johnson's name on it. Jay, you owe me a fucking check. You owe us a
Facts.
fucking
Yeah,
check.
we're gonna start bleeping
he
them
keep
out.
Yeah,
coming
we're gonna
up.
bleep his ass out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
We should have a
Shout out to
table
Jay.
at every party. We should just show up and walk in and have a table.
Yeah, exactly. Jay, every party we have a table. That's it. Discussion's over.
Shout out to Jay Johnson.
Yeah,
Man.
but he's been doing it forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, definite. So right now, what is the love and hate scene?
The who?
The love and hate scene.
You love and hate for the scene of like Orlando hip hop or just music.
The love and hate scene.
Yeah, what do you
What you
what do
love about it and what you hate
do
about it?
Oh, shit, I don't be out there
me neither.
enough to
But
know
but even
what's going
but
on
even
there right now.
but even not in Orlando, and that gets basically like what you see on TV at the hip hop on TV.
Well, the dope shit is that technology, right?
Okay.
So you go out to a place, you can hear all kinds of shit, right? Before you had what you brought,
Right,
and that's it.
right,
Now, like we mentioned, Serato, everybody's really an open format DJ.
Yeah.
You know, you can go from, funk to house to hip hop to
Yep.
whatever, R&B, whatever you want to play, which makes it dope. You know what I mean?
right,
Before it wasn't like that. It was hip hop
right.
or reggae.
Or R&B,
You brought in
right.
your reggae DJ. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
And actually, we back in the days there used to be crews that had somebody who did the reggae, someone did the hip hop, and somebody did something else. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had
Their genre.
their genre to play
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
King Master Blend.
King
King
Master
Master
Blend.
Blend.
Shout out to King Master
King.
Blend.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's
but-
one person I have not been able to reach.
Yogi.
Yogi, I spoke
Yogi.
to Yogi, but King Master Blend, I have not gotten a chance to reach out to him.
Yeah. So
I can't find him.
to me, it's not with like the technology. Find what you love. I'm not too much worried about what I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like with the radio. Like I don't listen to the radio no
Right.
more. I go find my own music.
Right.
Right.
So I'm building my own playlist. Not really worried about what else is happening out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And then as far as Orlando hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of dope artists out here. You know what I'm saying? Midas the Beast is out here still. Shinobi, My Verse.
Red
Red
Rum.
Red
Rum.
Rum. Yeah, so I focus on that, to be
Right,
honest with you.
right.
I'm not checking for like
Right,
I wouldn't know who to hate on, to
right,
be
right,
honest with you.
right. And if you was able to be stuck in one genre of music or one decade of music, what would it be?
Stuck in a decade
Yeah.
The 90s for me.
for hip hop, but I listen to everything. So
Well,
it's
that would
like
been we've been stuck in the 90s, 2000s
for hip hop.
for hip hop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I prefer that era. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
But there's dope shit today. I want to listen to Kendrick and
Yeah.
J. Cole and Griselda, and you know what I'm saying.
Right,
So it's the love of music, because we started with house, so it's like we're not like tunnel vision.
right, right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you say you changed from the house scene to the hip hop scene because location of where you moved to, or you saw like
No,
house just
'cause
dying out at one point.
It turned into techno.
Yeah.
At least the house music that came from Chicago. Like,
Right.
It started getting real electronic.
Right,
You know what I mean? Before
EDM.
EDM,
Right.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Right.
So, and then plus here, once we were here, it's hard to find that,
Right.
unless you're really traveling and going to look for it.
right.
You know what I mean?
At one point into the early '90s, there was a DJ. I think it's DJ Gano, was it?
DJ Kano.
Gano,
Yeah.
which another person I haven't gotten a chance to
Yeah.
reach out to. But he was really heavy into that.
Into the house.
Yeah. And so now, I mean, I'm going back to the house too. I mean, I
Okay.
love hip hop. I still, every day I'm digging
Yeah.
digitally, right? That's how we dig now. So I'm always looking and, finding
stuff.
other artists
Yeah.
and stuff that nobody knows.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
So, but you like it, so you download it, and that's part of your.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your,
Right.
your arsenal.
Yeah, I think if you're a hip hop DJ, you love house music. It's just a natural, you know what I mean? It's a natural progression. A lot of us started at, like the first records that, well, not even, because the first records I started like blending and trying to scratch were freestyle records. You know what I mean? Like TKA and stuff like that, and you know those things, those records. So I think we all love house music. It's the
At one point, it became
Yeah.
even the hip hop became house hip or
yeah with
hip
the
house
with
whatever.
the Jungle
House.
Brothers.
Right,
and
the
stuff
Jungle
like
Brothers, Queen Latifah, and them stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, they started
Fast
changing.
Eddie, Fast Eddie.
Right, they used to have at least one record that was reggae in their album and one house record.
that. One house, yeah.
The house music that in Chicago went from like what you deep house, acid house, right? Like that, the terms they use turned into hip house.
Okay.
If you remember that era of house music where like it would be, I mean, you go back and listen now,
So
it's
like
like
that.
what were they rapping about, right?
Right.
But it was dance music,
Yeah.
but they would rap over it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so then that's like Welcome to My
Went to my house.
Yeah,
the Queen
like-
Latifah record.
Or like that, or
Right,
like
yeah, yeah.
Stomp.
Stomp.
and so there was
Yeah.
a path
Mhm.
to that through house
Right.
music, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then, you know,
Plus, it was getting airplay.
No, absolutely.
It
Yeah.
was getting airplay.
Well,
'cause-
especially in Chicago. I mean, when we were there, that's all they played was,
right.
was
Or
house
even
music.
even up in New York, because even I'm from Jersey, but it's to the New York radio. You had before it was Hot 97, it was Party 103 or Hot 103, something like that. It was, and the format was basically at midnight. You had like the Todd Terry's, Louis Vega. They were spinning live from the club.
Right. Masters at work. Yeah.
Right. They were spinning live from the club and stuff like that. And you caught all that house music and that freestyle music.
Yeah.
Not till later on that we heard from Eddie B. Swift, then got a chance to hip hop.
Right.
Eddie
Right.
B. Swift. Yeah, he told us a story about that too. And I think I heard Funk Flex saying it too.
Right.
Right.
So
Yeah. Louis Vega's still doing his thing, man.
Oh,
I don't know if you
love-
follow him
all
on
the
Instagram.
time.
Him and Kenny Dope, they still touring the world, man.
And they're on Twitch too, man. Louis Vega's always on Twitch.
Oh no, yeah,
He's
he's
crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy.
He has like 8 turntables in his crib, and
With
he's
knobs,
mixing with the.
but
He
the
still mixes the
knobs.
user,
with the knobs.
Yeah,
but he has
I
like,
hate
and
that
he
fucking
mixes
mixer.
with all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
And then he got CDJs too. Like
Yeah.
he got an amazing setup. Got the disco ball and shit.
Right.
you
I
know,
love that shit.
back in 2011-ish, we started doing a podcast on Ustream,
Dope.
if you remember that.
Yep.
And Eddie B. Swift came through,
Nice.
and I asked him something that I didn't even actually think about. And it was, you know, like what was the type of music that he would spin, you know, early 80s.
Right.
And he was like, they didn't produce vinyl for hip hop records.
No.
It's not like you could rock a party with hip hop records like you could in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, even when we were coming up in Chicago, like, you know, you had a better chance with house music because there wasn't enough hip hop.
Right.
Right.
Have to be pressed.
But then when in the 90s hit and then we're here in Orlando, then that became
The thing, yeah.
and it was easier to get vinyl and the DMC hit. So then we fall in love with the technical side of that. and-
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a dope documentary. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's on YouTube and it's about Chicago house music. It's probably like an hour and 15 minutes long. It's not too long, but it has some dope history on how they used to press up the records. How there was a plant that they used to get old vinyl, melt it down, and press the house music on. That's why the house music sounded so grungy. Like it had the static in it, and the kicks and everything were kind of muffled because they were using old vinyl, melting it down and repressing,
recycling shit again.
recycling. But it was the cheapest place where if I was a DJ and I produced a song, I can go there and get vinyl pressed for cheap. But it's a really, really good documentary. So
That's dope.
yeah.
This is on YouTube, you said?
It's on YouTube. Yeah, I found it one day. Same thing. I'm digging around. I
so-
like to know the history about shit, so I'm always digging it. Somebody always does some type of documentary, whether it's a local documentary or whatever it is. But I like to know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? And I love to find those things like that. But
That's dope.
if there was something you could have done different on your path, what would have been?
I want to hear from both of you on this one.
Right.
Maybe not be so competitive.
Not trying to battle people all the time.
Yeah, maybe.
I got the juice. Who won it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably say the same thing. You know,
So it's like,
But I
it's
would-
like, yeah, go ahead.
I don't know that I would change anything, to be honest with
That's
you.
good,
I'm in
that's
a good
good.
place.
You're
You know
good
what I'm
place.
saying? And
You think you kind of
I think everything evolves.
Right.
Like, so, like, you know what I'm saying? He DJs, but then he went to Full Sail for audio engineering. So then, you know, and we haven't even talked about 95 Live, but like that became the reason we started doing our own podcast is because, you know, the NSX story for 95 Live and what all he went through out here.
I know
with, like,
some of it, but
right.
you were more into it.
You were
so-
in that, yes. We know some of it, but we
Yeah.
don't know how much of it is true, how much
Right,
of it,
exactly,
you know what I mean,
'cause-
and
well,
stuff like
you
that.
could ask, but the fast forward is
Right.
that he went to prison.
Right,
Right,
he
we
went
know
to
about that.
prison.
We know about that,
Yeah, we
yeah.
know about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then when he got out, you know what I'm saying? I think I was probably, between the two of us, the only people rocking with him, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yeah.
he didn't want to do radio no more. So, like, you know, and for people that don't know NSX, you know, for Orlando,
He was a voice at one time. He was a voice.
but
No,
he,
yeah, he was
yeah,
he
he
was
like
artist.
the
Yeah.
Howard Stern.
Right.
Of,
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's an
I mean,
artist.
he was an artist first.
Artist first.
We remember as Junior Payne. That's
Yeah.
when we
A
met.
Junior Payne, yeah. He came to my mom's
Right.
house.
Yeah.
Right.
He
Junior
was
Payne
trying
was
to
the
spit over
artist,
some
right?
shit.
Yeah, yeah.
so, like, for the history of it, he had the largest pirate
Radio
Radio
station.
show.
in
Right.
the
Right.
in
Central
the country.
Florida.
Central
No,
Florida.
no, period. Like in the country.
In the country.
Okay.
His 95 Live was stealing ratings from 102 Jams.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Showing up on reports as unknown, and people
Right.
want, what's that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who the hell is that?
Who's stealing our
Who's stealing our-
advertising
yeah.
dollars? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So he didn't want to do radio after prison.
Okay.
He was like, we tried to talk him into
Yeah.
it because, you know, we prefer to DJ. Like, I'm
Right.
not,
Right.
you know, we're having this conversation, but, you know, I'd rather not be on the mic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
Right. Right.
So he didn't want to do it. He was, you know, I'd rather go do other things. And so he wanted to like produce TV.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He had ideas for hip hop shows and like,
Right.
you know, he tried to work on that.
Yeah.
He was always ahead of his time.
Yeah, he's very creative dude, man.
What he went, you know, in part, you know, he went to prison for pirate radio in
Mhm.
part, right? And so, what you can do today for free on the internet,
So what he
right?
was doing back then.
It was
He-
illegal.
Right.
back
It was
then.
so, you know, it's like going to jail for weed.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, he was just always ahead of the curve. So, but when he got out at the time, there wasn't this. You couldn't just,
Right.
you know,
Set up shop and
and
right.
he wasn't going to do pirate.
Right.
That was done. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
The good thing about his pirate show, it could be shut down today at 1:00.
Uh-huh.
And about 1:15, it was back up.
right.
right. So when he didn't want to do it, we evolved into, so like as far as like just answering the question why things evolved for
Right.
us or like what we would do different. I mean, I don't know that I would change it because that turned into us doing our podcast
Right.
and then, you know, creating, using the
Another,
technology
another
to,
platform for y'all.
yeah.
And for the locals, you know, for the unsigned, I don't like to call them local. You know, they're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
unsigned
Right,
right.
to me, and we gave them a lot of shine. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Give 'em a platform.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
And
they
not
weren't
just the
getting.
MCs. I mean, we, you know, the Eddie B. Swift came through there. Livewire came and did a set.
Free fall.
Free fall, and
Yeah.
then you know, people that would reach out or that we just had relationships with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everybody was you could have came through if you wanted to. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
But same for you.
Right.
I was stuck in
But-
the mixtape game, like just in the streets, and I was like, I had this vision. I was like, I keep on going, keep on going.
Yeah.
I miss a lot of things, a lot of things I miss, and I mean, but I wouldn't change it because the path I took was an excellent path.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
And
did
then
miss a lot of things.
the thing about that, and y'all doing it right now, you can't play music, right? We're not gonna do a set on here because
No, we don't.
It'll
Right.
shut down you
Right.
if you're
Yeah, yeah.
really trying to
It's-
monetize
Right,
this.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
So that's what we learned
Right.
is, you know, we in part to highlight talent in Orlando, right? But we could play their music without having the issue
We're
of
getting shut down.
yeah, or just, you know, you're not going to monetize it. You're going to get a copyright strike
Right.
immediately. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So then it became that is like you can't monetize. The reason we did it was to showcase artists, but showcase us. So we would always have a set that it would be just us rock. In fact, it started before we brought any artists with
Yeah.
just him do an hour. I would do an hour on
Okay.
Ustream, and then
Yeah, I will definitely catch them because I mean, we spoke a couple of times about me being there. I just didn't make it. It was
Just busy, yeah.
nothing. Just didn't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You
you
know what I'm
come
saying?
to realize you're doing it for fun because
Right.
you're not going to make money playing copyrighted
Right,
music.
music,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? And so
right.
then it, became about supporting Orlando talent through
Yeah.
other ways. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so for him, recording vocals for people and mixing music for them, I've evolved into that during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think us.
Graphic design, web design, like
Yeah, as far as DJing, because we're creative people, you kind of evolve into so like we're doing this. I do the editing for the videos. You know what I mean? And so we have to stay creative or we'll go crazy.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, we've grown into what makes sense because
Right.
I remember talking to Caesar, right? And I'm like, he's from our era. So I just one time was like, go check him at a J party and listen to what he's playing. And I'm like, bro, you like this music? And he's like, nah, but I have to play it.
Right.
So he was like, just to pay the bills type of shit. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, there's have you heard of Porter Rocksteady?
Yeah.
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 Okay, so we DJ'd at the first Porter Rocksteady,
Okay.
Dope.
and so I met Charlie Chase out there,
Okay.
and I was talking to Charlie Chase, and at the time still heavy into DJing, right? So it was like you get a chance to build with who he's a legend,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
And he's in Tampa, by the
Right.
way.
Yeah.
so,
Yeah. We reached out already. We
okay,
Yeah.
good.
got the co-sign already.
All
Thank
right,
you. But
yeah,
thank you
yeah.
for the plug. I salute you and thank you for that because
Right.
you're the fourth person already.
He's good people.
He's great people. I heard he's great people. My brother actually met him with him 2 weeks ago. Stuff like
Word.
that.
So
So-
he, we're having a conversation, and I'm like, yo, how are you making a career
Now.
out of the art? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And he's like, to be honest with you, he's like, and I don't want to tell his story, but
No.
just what he told me was, I have to do things I don't want to do.
Yeah.
He doesn't, and he's from he comes from an era before even us. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know how he feels about even the 90s or any of the
Right,
music
right.
beyond that, but he was like, I have to do weddings, I have to do, corporate events, I have to, put on a tie and you know what I'm
Right,
saying,
right.
do things that is not really the culture,
Right.
Right.
but is the only way for him to monetize the art form if he wants to just be a DJ,
DJ, right.
and not have people see him at a regular
Regular
job.
9 to
You know what I'm
5.
saying?
Right.
Right. And I don't want to speak for
No.
him, but
Right.
when he told me that, it kind of, and in talking to Caesar and him kind of saying the same thing, it's like, okay, why would I want to do something I don't really love?
Right.
There'll always be turntables at the crib. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
There's studios that we used to live together, but now we each have our own
Okay.
complete setups.
Right.
You know, so down to, the ability to record,
Right.
mix and master music for people or
Right.
artists in Orlando or anyone.
Right. So, we talk about 9 to 5. We want to talk to us about 95 Live. How that all started.
95 Lives, the NSX story, though.
Right. But still, you there was a way he had to contact you.
Yeah. How did we?
You know what I'm saying? How that happened?
He
How'd
had
that
been
work?
doing it already for a minute.
I think it was a point where I think him and his partner, I forgot the
They
guy's
split
name.
up. Right. It was,
Copperfield.
right.
Okay, so they split up or whatever, and then
It was-
I think he was having trouble legally and stuff like that, and we just, we're kind of there just support, you know what I mean,
Right.
as a friend type of thing, and then that kind of evolved to like, I remember me and him, this was when the radio was up.
Right.
Yeah.
We would go to a place, a tower, and before he told me he would climb the tower and put his
To put the
his
antenna up.
up,
Yeah.
bro. And so
Yeah.
what we would do, how the antenna spots have a little room there.
Right.
Yeah.
He had his computer set up in there,
Oh my God.
and we would drive at 5 o'clock, because that's what it was. We would drive every day and do the show there, bro,
Right.
from right there. You know
Crazy.
what I mean? That's the first real memories I have
Right,
of it. I
okay.
don't remember anything before that. I
He,
think that's
you
when
met him at Dolly's One Stop, or at least had a conversation
Right.
where he was like, "Yo, come do my show with me."
Some-
He used to
something
do
like
the
that.
5 o'clock, the afternoon crash was his show,
Right.
And yeah, as far as like the antenna rooms and all that, eventually, yeah, before it got shut down from a building.
Off of I-4.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
off of
right.
I-4,
Yeah.
top floor of.
It was in a bank building.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he had a nice little setup
He
up
did.
there.
Full office and everything.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Did you come through there?
I went through there a couple
Okay,
times.
so you
yeah.
know, I
Yeah.
remember there was at least one time there was and what was up there, and
Yep,
like
yep.
maybe I don't know if I remember seeing it, but I'm sure because it was like
Yeah, I went to the first spot where he had with his partner. I went with Jesse.
Okay.
That. It was. To me, I remember it being like a fucking maze and shit. Because there was like one room, but like, it was like way in the back and
Right.
to the left and to the right, and it was like, okay.
Did you have a show on there?
No, I did a couple like guest spots, but I didn't have a show.
He gave a lot of Orlando DJ shows.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And he would just let them kind of manage it themselves, but I think we're the only ones that did his afternoon crash with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it got shut down. He went away.
Mm-hmm.
And then
We started doing internet radio too back then, like where it wasn't, pirate. It was just internet radio. I
Well,
forgot.
that's how he sold the advertising. So like, because he was making money from it. You know what I'm saying? He would go to like club promoters, small like little businesses that
Like, get
wanted,
a check from them, get the advertisements, and
but sell it as, because they're not going to sign up to do nothing illegal.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So then he would be like, it's internet radio.
right,
And so that's what they were paying.
paying for internet radio.
Yeah. And so that was, I don't want to call it the cover for, you know what I'm saying, the way he had it set up, but,
Right.
That's dope though.
the face of it was internet radio.
Right,
Yeah.
right, of course.
Yeah.
Shit, nobody was doing internet radio at that time.
Yeah.
What internet radio was that? Okay. And shit. Want to get to some games right now?
Yeah. Let's go into some games, man.
Want to start with the samples?
Sure.
No, let's do choices yours. Let's do
Two
choices.
choices. All right.
Yeah, two choices yours. Whatever. Okay, so it's for either who wants to answer it. Somebody hires you today. The same bag, you know what I'm saying? All three parties the same day. It's a house party, a corporate party, a club party. What you choosing?
Club,
Why?
because you got more control, I think, in the club. Depends on the club, right, or what the night is. But house party, I don't even want to do no house party.
Right.
Corporate, you're stuck. You're gonna do
Right.
whatever they tell you to do. If you're hired to do a club, it's because you're gonna play what you want to play.
Okay.
For the most part.
I'd rather rock a party than
Right.
be mood music. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And
Okay,
so I feel like the corporate events and the house parties, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a good answer. You know what I'm saying? You're free to do what you want to play and
Yeah.
be part of that night.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
So way back 25 years ago, bartender or groupie?
A bottle girl.
No, the bottle girls back then.
Oh no. Yeah. It was bartender.
It was only bartender and a groupie. That's what it was.
And we not on who you would be with, not like that, but order of importance.
Importance to you.
Say it again.
To-
Bartender or groupie?
Order of importance.
Well, back in the days, there wasn't no bottle girls.
No,
Right.
that's I said
Right.
bartender.
So the bartender,
bartender.
Okay.
because she's gonna take care of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your answer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
stick with
because the
that.
groupie don't give you a tab at the bar.
Nah, they don't give you a tab at bar.
Right.
But they do bring their friends though.
They bring more fans, so they're gonna bring more people to support you. You know what I mean? So
You
that's-
was always in the cut. I don't know about you. You was always in the cut.
I was at the bar.
You at the bar, yeah. With me, right?
Getting that tab.
That's right.
Getting that tab.
Let's get to the samples. So we're gonna play 4 samples, or probably maybe 6. There's 2 of y'all. Don't give us the name of the sample. Give us the name of the artist or group who used that sample.
Oh, okay, that's easy.
Yeah, the name of the song or the name of the artist, stuff like that. It is easy. We did have somebody here. It was point blank. He had 4 for 4,
Right.
and then we had Danny Ventures. Now he did 8 for 8,
Yep.
but we get 4 samples or 6 from you.
Shout to Point Blank, man. He's nasty.
Yeah.
That boy's nasty.
And it's
Yeah.
good people.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Great
got
person.
a Twitch show too,
Yeah,
and
yes,
he
yes,
gets
yep,
busy.
yep.
Right. Right.
He's a great person.
Yeah.
Want to start with the first blank?
Let's go. It's kind of short, Joe.
No, that's part. I thought the record starts. One more time.
that's the original. And
That's
you
the
That's
want-
the original. Yeah.
Play one more time. I'll take one and cut it off.
Right there. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah. No, drawing a blank.
Nope.
You want a blank? I'll
All
play
right,
it.
play it.
Game time.
Oh, Swiss.
We in here.
DMX.
It's time to bring the East Coast back.
Oh, no. Yeah. No, I wouldn't have guessed that.
That's an album
Album
cut.
cut. You want to call
Was
it?
it an album cut? Were
It
you
was
in
a
here?
yeah. They didn't
Did
really.
they didn't have a video for it?
I don't think so.
Shit, I need to Google that now. I didn't have a video
think
for
so.
that.
All right, let's go on to the
Next.
next one.
Let it play. Let it play. Let it play.
Stop it.
Drop.
Stop it.
Drop. Far Side.
Group is right, but the song is wrong.
Running.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. See, I got this.
Didn't I copyright you, strike you for that?
Not
Nah.
yet, because we have an old of there, but we could play a few seconds of the record, and as long as it's not in the beginning of the episode.
Right.
So we don't know yet until we load
We
it
find
up.
out. Right.
Yeah.
So
But
when we load it up, we get.
We
caught,
good right now,
We can
so,
take
yeah.
it down.
All right.
That was Dilla, right?
But yes, I think it was Dilla. Yeah, producer.
go ahead.
Hold on. Check out where I'm at with this one.
Stop it.
Girls.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Jay.
T'adore, Jay-Z.
Stop that, because Jay will
Jay
come
will-
for us in a heartbeat. Jay don't mess around about his copyright. Let it go. Let's come.
Yeah, so
Let it
this
go,
was,
let it go.
yeah, let it go for a little bit.
You good.
I'll tell you when. It's actually there in the background, just very low. It's
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's coming. It's playing. Wait.
It's Cam.
Right there. Same error, but it's not him.
Play it again.
Takes a while for it to come in. Let it play.
Yeah, I tried to cut it up, and when I download it, it ain't take it.
Yeah, ain't taking. Let's see.
Damn Pro Tools.
That rumble reminds me of something off the Black album, but
Right,
that's not.
but it's this sample right here. That's, you said the producer earlier.
Swiss?
This is produced by Swiss, but which song?
Drag On.
No,
Was it the Drag On song?
No.
like one of the best records that this
Swiss
person
did.
ever had.
All right, let's play. You know what that is?
No,
No?
no,
Jada.
DJ's in it. Jada's in. They play.
It's a Locks record.
No,
Nori.
Nori record.
Nori.
Oh.
Being for TV.
Okay.
Something right here.
Oh, yeah.
There it goes. Stop it.
Big shot for John.
Dope.
All right, wanna go for more?
We are good.
Let's go for two more. Go to our next bank.
It's all good.
The next bank. Stop it.
Oh.
That's Naughty.
There you go.
Rock.
Feel the Floor, I think it's called.
Feel the.
All right.
Play one more.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Yeah, that's too easy.
Yeah, that was, that was good though. Yeah,
Yeah.
like 4 out of 6. Something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, that was
That was
good.
great.
They were nervous.
DJs, learn your shit.
Telling you. Yeah, I know it, but it's just sometimes when you put on
Yeah.
the spot, it's just this one is most difficult. So we definitely get that.
It's all good.
Definite.
So all right, this is something new we just started not too long ago. There's a game called Lyrically Correct. It's a dope game. So we encourage everybody to pick it up. So I'm gonna pick 5 cards. All right. So basically, I'm gonna give you a lyric from a song, and then you guys gotta finish it, or whatever
But
I'm
you
looking
gotta
for.
rap it though, right? Though. You gotta read it.
Like the artist.
Like the
Yeah,
artist.
yeah.
I'm gonna pick 5 random cards here. Let's see what we get.
And it's actually hip hop and R&B, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a mixture. So Some of them have multiple choice. So I'll give you the multiple choice. All right. Wait, hold up. All right, I gotta change these. We used those already. I gotta switch it up.
Got to shuffle those cards, correct?
Okay. Got that one. Okay, here we go. This is a dope one. All right. So we're gonna start with this one right here. So, what did Biggie sew onto his shirts?
Lacoste
Okay.
logo.
Tigers and alligators. So you had it. We'll give you that one. All right.
Yeah, half of the logo.
Half the logo. Yeah. He put them together. All right. And give it to me. What does Jay-Z say to do with the Prada blouse, Gucci bra, and Fifth Mart jeans?
Take them off.
There you go. So, and it's all about the Benjamins. What was Diddy's 3-course meal?
I always skip the Biggs verse. So I don't
That
know.
was
I
Big
don't think I've
verse.
ever
That was Big
memorized
verse,
the
yeah.
Diddy. No disrespect, shout out to
Right.
Puff, but I've never merized the Diddy.
3-course meal.
Y'all know what it is?
Fettuccine
No, I-
and
You almost there.
veal. Is that veal?
Spaghetti, fettuccine, and veal.
veal, so-
Yeah. So you had it.
But he right there. He was Biggie's lyrics.
Yeah,
Right. Biggie's or Mace's or Jada's.
Yeah, one of the three.
Right. So Outkast said they're in the type of people that do what?
Say it again.
Outkast said they're the type of people that do what?
I'm not gonna sing that thing. I think it's a song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. Make the club get crunk. Yeah. I got another Outkast joint. So, who does Outkast say "Sorry, Miss Jackson" goes out to?
You.
No, that's another song.
Say it again.
Who does Outkast say "Sorry, Miss Jackson" goes out to?
It's not you.
No. He over here giving the answers.
Yo, Smoke.
Yo, what's going on, man?
We got to take you out of
We
the
got to
course.
put some duct tape on. All right. Let's see if y'all know this one. In the game needs change. What is Drake?
And the game needs change. What is Drake?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope. The cashier.
No clue.
I don't remember that one either.
I wouldn't have remembered either. Not the Drake joint. But dope. Y'all did good. Wasn't too bad. The same thing you put on the spot. Sometimes you don't remember it.
Right.
Nah, some of that I never knew.
So if you was driving from here to Chicago, and you had an old school CD changer in the back, you could put 10 CDs in there. What 10 CDs you would put for that drive?
We got to do 20 or we got to share 10?
No, you just share 5.
Y'all riding together more than
All
likely.
together,
so-
most likely, yeah.
I'm gonna put Wu, the first Wu,
36 chambers.
Illmatic,
Okay.
Illmatic.
and Big's first joint.
Ready to die.
You still in Florida.
I do Tribe,
Okay.
which is the one with Award Tour.
A war tour.
Okay.
Is that Low End Theory?
That's the second one, isn't it? No in theory.
Doggy style.
Yeah, Low End Theory is
Doggy
the second one.
I
style.
think so. Let me see.
I mean, you got
Chronic.
some of them up here.
Chronic.
Actually, let me cheat.
You can also add
you-
mixtapes too if you want to mixtapes.
You're keeping track of the list? What's the list?
Yeah,
what,
you're
what have we
on
said?
5 right now.
I
Got
gave
5
out.
more.
That's my 5.
He took one from your 5.
Get Rich or Die Trying
Dope album.
was a dope album.
Yeah.
Did I say Blueprint already?
No.
Blueprint.
I think you almost there. I think they got about 10.
No, they're like 8.
What, 8
yeah,
or 9?
8. They're on 8.
Did we say Chronic?
You didn't say
put
Chronic.
Chronic.
No, you said Doggy Style.
Doggy style.
How many is that?
That's 9. One more to go.
Yeah, one more.
9.
which is the
It could be a
first,
mixtape. It
the
could be a
Outkast-
mixtape.
The first Outkast album was that Southern Playlist.
So on playlist.
Yeah, it didn't have to necessarily be hip hop. It could have been some house music or something like that.
They got 10.
They got 10.
They
Yeah.
got 10. They're done. They ain't putting no mixtapes. They ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Talking about mixtapes. What are your top 3 blend mixtape DJs?
Blend. Mm-hmm. Y'all remember Juice?
Of course.
Yes.
He's dope.
Mixtapes up there actually.
Juice was dope. I think he still does shit too.
He still does, yeah.
I mean, Kid Capri.
Blend?
Was he a blend,
Blend.
DJ?
Wasn't yeah, I'm talking about
He did
blend.
a couple blends.
He did a couple blends, but like I wouldn't put Kick
So
Capri in
wait,
a
what do you
blend.
call in a blend? Like
Like a Juice mixtape.
to blend one song to the next, or blend
No.
hip
No,
hop?
blend
and,
together.
Like acapellas and stuff like
and
that.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Like the Juice, the Dirty Harrys, stuff like that.
Dirty Harry was dope.
What you said? Correct. and Precise, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Precise, yeah.
Danny S, stuff like that. They had those blends before blend became popular.
You know who's dope? I don't know if he does tapes though. Eddie B. Swift is fucking
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah.
His mind is somewhere else. I don't know where his
And
mind
Ted
is.
Smooth.
at. Ted
Yeah.
Smooth, yeah.
Yep.
Dope.
Did SNS do blends?
No, I don't think they mean blends. No.
No, he
Ron G did.
Ron G did.
Ron G did.
I'd
but
throw
not
Ron
SNS.
G
SNS
in
was
there.
big in the
Yeah.
mixtapes.
Right,
You got the Thai Boogies.
right.
You
Like
know,
them topics now.
Yeah.
Y'all heard of Mel Star?
Yes.
Yes.
Mel
Mel Star's dope. Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes. That's dope. So, did y'all know the 5 elements of hip hop?
5 or 4?
There's 5.
That's 6
you
now.
throw knowledge in there, right?
They
There's
do
6 now.
knowledge. Yeah, they do knowledge and then all beatbox.
Beatboxing too.
It all depends. Stuff
Really?
like that.
Yeah, they threw beatboxing in there now.
Fashion. I think somebody said they're gonna throw in fashion.
Oh,
in
there's
there
not
too.
fashion there right now. Fuck that fashion
They're gonna
shit.
throw all kinds of
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. You can't just keep throwing shit in
That's
there.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So, what are your we had to be all the time. Best hip hop movie with elements of hip hop in it?
the best one.
Your favorite, let's say.
Do documentaries count?
No.
Okay.
Why?
You're
Wild
talking about a
Style?
Holly. Okay.
With
Wild
that-
Style.
Yep.
That's a documentary.
No.
No, it's a
What-
movie.
It's a movie. It's a
What-
movie.
It's a
Wild
movie.
Style was dope.
That was my introduction, I think, to hip
Wild
hop.
Style?
Is seeing Wild
That
Style.
was a great introduction into hip hop.
Yeah. So people to this day have not seen that movie.
Yeah.
That's what
crazy.
made us get the cardboard boxes
Right,
out
okay.
and break was that movie.
Right, right. Okay. And then top 3 urban movie soundtracks. You see how I switched it around this weekend, right?
Good job, Joe.
I did urban. I didn't say hip hop, I said urban.
You get an attaboy.
Yeah.
You get like a little pat on
Yeah.
pat on the ass.
See, you already said, right?
What?
Urban. Juice.
Okay.
It's not a hip hop movie. You know what I'm saying?
No, but that's a soundtrack.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah,
But they had
Yeah.
a soundtrack to it.
No,
No,
absolutely.
I'm talking about 3 urban movie soundtracks.
Juice doesn't count.
Yeah,
For
You're talking
urban,
about
yes.
the era where they
Right.
used to release soundtracks.
for movies.
For movies, right.
Right.
So like Above the Rim, New Jack City, stuff like that. Those are urban movies.
Yes.
Not hip hop movies.
We're not
Urban
going
movies.
about this right now.
Eh, Juice was
Juice was
One,
dope.
right?
for me.
Who's the Man?
Dope.
That soundtrack was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Gotta be.
One more. Got one more.
There was a lot of
There's a lot of movies back then
back
that
then.
had
Yeah.
dope movie soundtracks.
New Jack City didn't have one, right?
Yeah,
They did.
That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope.
They had the Christopher Williams joint, the Dreaming joint.
Yeah, a
The
couple of
thing
them.
is, I don't
That's what made me
remember
thought about it.
the songs that were on all of them, but like How to Be a Player had a soundtrack.
Right,
I think.
right.
Soul in the Hole. Soul
Right.
in the Hole had one. With
So
all
they
the
get in there
Wu-Tang
now.
shit.
Yeah.
Now, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you what songs are on.
No, but they
No,
had
no,
dope.
no.
They had dope.
That's dope. I mean, you remember like listening to oh shit, that was
Or buying
or
it.
buying it, right? Stuff like that. You didn't buy a lot of vinyl, remember?
New Jersey
Niggas
Drive.
Drive,
was dope.
Into Deep,
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
That is a great movie.
So, this question's for both of y'all. What you working on right now?
Shit, man. Just working in the studio. Really, I've been doing like Twitch. You know what I mean? Doing mixes on Twitch.
Okay.
Just to practice, really.
So
You know what
are
I'm saying? To
you-
keep it sharp?
a full blown studio, or you usually call your certain people or something
Yeah,
like that?
no, but I don't really like bringing people to the crib
Right,
like
right,
that.
I
You
hear
know
you.
what I mean? So it's people I know.
Got you,
I'll
got you.
record some people at the
Right.
house. C2, he'll do it too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But as far as the DJ stuff, that's what I like to do. I like to, research shit.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? See shit that I didn't maybe get back then. You
Of
know
course.
what I mean? Or
Yeah.
and then you start just digging into branching out to all kinds of stuff. So
Right.
I still every day I'm downloading music or
Okay.
listening, So and then I'll just do Twitches whenever I don't really promote it like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm just they're trying to, make sure I still got a little bit of the competition in me. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So make sure I stay ready.
Right, right, right.
Yeah. So when we started our podcast, we did it through a website. Like we would, the way we set it up was, we would post to bring traffic to it. We would like do kind of like a World Star Hip Hop, but like more less like their style.
Their violence and stuff like that.
Yeah, like or just records that I don't, I'm saying, I more keep it to like our era of
Right.
of artists. So we would mix that in with local videos, and so then back when there weren't algorithms, you know what I'm saying, and you could tweet, we would tie the posts on the website so they would automatically tweet out, and the caption would always have the Twitter name of like a Static Selector or like whatever artist, right? And so we set it up so where that would drive traffic to the website, and then one of the pages was our podcast. You know what I'm saying? So just to try to like build it up. That's the other reason we kind of fell back from it, because you couldn't monetize it, but then also you couldn't promote it, because once they figured out people were using Facebook and all these platforms to bring attention
Right.
and sell something, then they made it to where you had a fan page. At one point we had thousands of people, but then you could see that the reach was like 20 of those people would see your post. And
Right.
Like
The block be blocking you and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So at that time, that got me into web design, graphic design. So
Okay.
a lot of our graphics, flyers, like I've always kind of like done those things.
Right.
And then that got me into studying video editing,
Okay.
Photoshop, the pandemic,
Yeah.
audio engineering. And so depending on who it is in the city that, I know, we try to support, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
like, we mixed and mastered My Versus Strago record.
Okay.
Right. Dope record.
Yeah.
Right. And so, help out where we can, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It might be the graphic design for a t-shirt,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just that kind of stuff.
Okay. So plug in that if you want to plug in the site or the IG, that if anybody needs them graphics, I mean reach you.
The graphics?
The graphics, websites, whatever.
I'll just reach out to you
Reach
guys.
out to you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for me, nah, it ain't like that though.
Okay.
It's just,
Okay, okay,
it's- I'm not doing it for business.
Okay.
That's,
Okay. It's not
that's just to like, how you ask about what would I change?
Right.
I've evolved
Right.
into
okay.
doing
Okay.
these things for creative
Right.
purposes to support people that
I
our
understand.
family, you know
Right.
what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
I
right.
understand.
And our network has usually
Right.
been the hip hop community
Right.
in Orlando, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So outside of that, if I don't know you, then it's not
You
for that,
ain't
you know what I'm
you
saying?
you gave a text back.
Well, and to be honest, that keeps me busy enough between how I make money
Right.
to where I'm not really looking to like,
That's dope.
it's not
That's dope.
income for me.
Right.
That's just,
Right.
Just for the love of it.
Right.
Yeah.
it's the culture in me, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Right. That's what's up. So, any final words to our listeners and our viewers?
First of all, thanks for having us. man.
You're
Of
welcome.
course.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
You
Thanks for.
know,
You know what I'm saying?
y'all got something good going, man.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Keep going.
Yeah, and then Orlando's just got a lot of talent, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hip hop culture out here is, and just it's a lot of dope artists out here. So just, not just this platform for DJs. It's
Right.
dope what y'all are doing, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Bringing attention and
To the DJs first. That's our main focus is right now for the DJs.
Right.
yeah.
We know there's dope artists, there's dope producers out here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get there, but right now we felt like the DJs needed attention.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know, we
no.
wasn't getting the love, not just here it's everywhere wasn't gonna love
Right.
until you die.
So yeah, don't
Sorry,
sleep on
I'm very
Orlando.
yeah.
That's what I would tell people. Don't sleep on us.
Yeah, man.
Definite.
Yeah, sometimes, just to go back really, when I travel to other cities, and I like to go out just to see what the DJs are playing or what they're doing and stuff like that. And sometimes I've been in some rooms with some big DJs they're the biggest DJ in their city. And a lot of them they wouldn't be able to hold the room with an Orlando DJ. You know what I mean? There's a lot of great DJs here that are just doing clubs or whatever it is, but I've been in some rooms, some really big names, and they're not as good as a lot of the Orlando DJs. So that's why we're bringing this awareness to, of course, like June said, across the world, DJs don't get their respect, but Orlando is definitely a great hub for hip hop and for DJs and for music, So we're trying to, bring that awareness here, for us. Not only for us, but, for the generation that's coming behind us.
Because they need the help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They need the help. They need to understand this culture.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just about buying a laptop and downloading the top 40 records. And, hey, I'm a DJ. You putting a DJ in front of your name, it got to mean something.
Right. You got to know your history. So if anybody wanted to book you, how can they book you guys? You guys still doing parties?
We before the pandemic, we were doing a lot of stuff with the unsigned cats. You know what I mean?
Right.
Small spots. After the pandemic, we just been in the house. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But
Yeah.
they could reach out to us.
I think it's time to get y'all back out and start doing some events for the local artists, man.
Might
You
do
know,
something
to
like
be
that.
honest with you, like my mentality is, even from back then, has always been, do it ourselves.
Right.
Of course.
No,
So,
of course.
like-
That's how we was brought up.
Yeah.
With ourselves.
So
Well,
I'm-
we definitely going to reach out to y'all soon because we're working on a big 1-year anniversary / my 50th birthday / 30 years rocking in Orlando, all one day festival.
Right.
And I'm gonna reach out to every DJ that I have that number, that connection with, to see if they could give me,
I got an
that
idea.
time.
I got an idea. We could have Point Blank and Maestro battle.
Hell
Do
no.
that.
Hell no. Nah, I don't want no smoke. No smoke with Point Blank.
That's the main event.
The main event.
We have a stage separately from
Separate
the main
stage.
stage.
Hell no.
how about he taught me how to flare scratch
He did. I'm like,
at Glow Lounge
I go lounge.
after a party.
Wow.
Dope.
He's dope people.
All right,
Yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah.
Dope.
Real good people.
Dope
man.
person. He's just a dope person.
Yeah, real
around.
good.
Yeah. So I don't want no smoke with him. And he keeps his
but
blade
Caesar,
sharp.
me and Caesar.
Caesar-
Nah. Nah.
We're gonna line up. We're gonna line
Take
up.
it back. 'Cause
That's
Yo.
dope.
All right, so we would like to salute you, Maestro and Chaos, for sharing, your stories with us on Respect the DJs podcast. So many thanks to you, our loyal listeners and viewers. And as always, we have another exciting episode coming up. Stay tuned. And until then, I've been your host, DJ Khaled, alongside DJ Junebug for Respect the DJs podcast.
And we are out. Peace.
Street Dreams Music Group. Play that. Play that. Play that.
In honor of the legendary turntablist and pioneer of the art of scratching, DJ Qbert, whose unparalleled skills and innovative contributions have forever transformed the world of hip-hop and the DJ culture. This dedication is a tribute to his unwavering dedication to pushing the boundaries of what's possible on the turntables, inspiring countless DJs and music enthusiasts worldwide. DJ Qbert's influence on the art form is unmeasurable, and his passion for the craft continues to resonate through the rhythm of his beats and the scratch of his records. Thank you, Qbert, for your enduring impact on the world of music. Qbert, Respect the DJs podcast, salutes you.
Street Dreams Music Group. Play that. Play that. Play that.
Bad Boy Bill, a true luminary in the world of electronic dance music. Hailing from the heart of Chicago, Bill has not only been a pioneer, but also a guardian of the city's rich dance music heritage. His seamless mixes and electrifying sets have ignited dance floors worldwide, setting the standard for DJs across generations. With an unwavering commitment to the beats, Bad Boy Bill's passion and dedication to the electronic dance music scene continue to inspire and unite music lovers around the globe. Thank you, Bad Boy Bill, for your enduring contributions to the culture and soul of Chicago's electronic music legacy. Bad Boy Bill, Respect the DJs podcast, salutes you.
Play that.